Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to your Venus Ingress Capricorn astrology predictions. Venus is entering the sign of Capricorn on November 11 and is going to remain in this sign until December 7th. So we're going to have the blessing of Venus in the area of our lives where we have Capricorn in. Venus then, as it travels in the sky, is going to make a square to the North Node and then a sextile to Saturn as Pluto leaves this sign at the same time. So we're going to have some positive effects, some positive long-lasting effects and like acceptance and blessings also in the area of our lives where we have Capricorn that Pluto has been teaching us for a very long time about. So as Pluto, causes those last confrontations and situations and maybe crisis or empowerment, the other way around, then we're going to have that divine intervention with Venus in Capricorn in a positive aspect to Saturn around the time that Pluto leaves Capricorn. So I talk about, the 12 signs and the impact of this aspect for all of you. So make sure to listen to your rising sign, to your sun sign and moon sign to get a bigger and stronger understanding of how your life can unfold during this time. Venus then is going to continue in the sky, making a square to Lilith, and then a trine to Uranus, and then a sextile to Neptune. I don't focus as much on these aspects in this video because I feel like, we have time to talk about them. But I do give you a general understanding of Venus in Capricorn and how it can be showing for you in the sky around this time. Please keep in mind that I'm a Western astrologer and I follow a tropical zodiac. Again, listen to your rising sign, to your sun sign and moon sign. Please keep with you whatever resonates and leave the rest. This is a general reading. There is no way that everybody in the world is feeling the same thing because we have different separate charts for a reason. So please keep that in mind. And I also want to really thank you for your support and for also showing and telling me your life situations and circumstances in the comments. I always read them. It just melts my heart knowing that you express the most vulnerable sides of yourselves and your lives to me. So I really appreciate that. That means the world to me. Thank you for believing in me and trusting in me. Now, without further ado, let's start with the 12 zodiac signs. Hello, dear Aries, suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your Venus Ingress Capricorn astrology predictions. Venus is entering the sign of Capricorn on November 11, and it's going to stay in this area of your life until December 7th. For you, dear Aries, Venus is transiting your 10th house and can bring you a lot of opportunities to be in the spotlight, but to be in like a very positive way, in a very pleasant way. You may feel like you're more accepted by other people. You may feel like you have a smoother contact and relationship maybe with your authority figures, maybe with your boss and people that are in power when it comes to your career and also your public reputation. For others of you, Aries, you can literally have a change of your public status around this time. Maybe you get engaged, you get married. Venus is the planet of love, so there could be something related to love that happens around this time that is visible to the world, to other people, that can indicate, change of status. You're going maybe from single to in a relationship, from a relationship to engaged and things like that. This can also indicate a shift or change when it comes to your financial wealth, when it comes to your financial status, because Venus is the planet of money. So for a lot of you, you may even have a shift in your personal finances and how much money you're making. Some of you can even receive a promotion around this time because Venus also rules your second house. You can have the opportunity to make more money or to increase your resources, your personal resources, to see how much money you're making, how much money you're spending. And you can do so in a very smooth way. It can be very grounded way, very down-to-earth way, because Venus is in the sign of Capricorn after all. For others of you, Aries, you may come across as very self-confident with like very strong self-esteem around this time in the eyes of other people. You may also have like a lot of divine protection, blessings, and luck when it comes to your career, when it comes to the way how other people see you and how other individuals see you. For others of you Aries, there can be a partner, a business or romantic partner that really supports you around this time, with Venus also being the ruler of your 7th house of Libra. This transit can indicate an individual that helps you progress in your career, an individual that helps you, like a business partner, or simply somebody else that helps you have that positive image in your career, in your public reputation. Again, this transit can indicate like absolute change of your status in a very profound, beautiful way when it comes to your relationships. But this also can indicate maybe entering a contract or agreement with somebody else that blesses your career, blesses your public reputation, and can even like have some type of positive impact on your career and how you're known into the world. For others of you Aries, this transit can also indicate financial rewards, like I said, but that elevate your status, that bless your status, and you can come across as like more wealthier with more money also around this time. Now, as Venus continues to travel in the sky, it's going to make a square to the North Node on November 14. So there could be some quite like fated events happening around this time that are outside of your will, outside of your choice, I want to say. The North Node is in your sign, so this has a direct impact on you, but there can be fated events, circumstances that are realigning you with your mission. And this is specifically very important for you, Aries, because Venus is in the 10th house of your career, of your mark into the world, of your contribution into this entire world. If like the meaning of your life in this planet, what you leave behind, your legacy, what you're known into the world. And so there could be some fated events that are happening around here that realign you with that purpose, that realign you with your mission and where you're supposed to be going, what you're supposed to be doing in this lifetime. These events can be a bit intense. There is a square here. This is activating your entire chart. It's an angular house where the North Node is and where Venus is. But there can be fated events in your family dynamics that also impact your identity, who you are as a person, and also your relationships. So fated events around this time, but that bring you some sort of financial blessings, and like you still have Venus protection in your 10th house. You have the protection of the divine when it comes to your career and public reputation. Venus continues to move forward, and it's going to be in a sextile to Saturn on November 21st. This is a very important transit, I feel like, because Pluto is leaving the sign of Capricorn, your 10th house, around November 19 and 20, depending where you are in the world. And I'm not giving you a specific date or time because you already feel this energy very strongly. So as Pluto is leaving the 10th house, you have this protection from Venus also in your 10th house. And in a sextile to Saturn, which is the planet of time, you have the protection of the divine, of God. So as Pluto gave you those harsh maybe lessons about your status, about your reputation into the world, about your career, your authority figures, and also how you should be known in the world, how other people should see you. As Pluto gave you maybe those harsh but also strong transformations throughout the years, then you finally have the opportunity to let go of things that were toxic to you, to let go of maybe situations that like you did not agree with, you're not okay with, but they were necessary to shape you into who you are, to shape your identity, to shape your status, to shape your family dynamics, and also your partnerships with other people. So you are coming to good terms as Pluto leaves this area of your life. You're coming into acceptance and letting go. And as you choose to heal, and as you choose to be more accepting of certain things and circumstances in your life, then you're going to receive that long-term effect of Saturn that is on the positive side, that is that brings you happiness and joy, and like lets you relive again, lets you feel happiness again, lets you feel the pleasure of life again. lets you, feel life with all the senses and understand that, yes, we're here to deal with a lot of things, but we are in the end being reshaped into somebody that we're supposed to be, to leave some kind of impact and mark in this world. And you, Aries, are going to have this lesson, in a very profound way, but in a very healing way, in a positive way. I want to put an emphasis on that Venus is a positive planet, and it's making a positive aspect to Saturn as Pluto is leaving this area of your life. So definitely divine intervention here and protection. Now, as Venus moves forward, there's going to be points and contacts with the Lilith, and there's going to be a trine to Uranus, a sextile to Neptune. Until then, we're going to talk about these aspects again. But for this video, this is what I have for you, Aries. I wish you the best of luck, and please let me know in the comments how things are going for you. If you liked and resonate with this video, remember to give it a like and to subscribe. Hello, dear Taurus, Suns, Moons, and Risings. Welcome to your Venus Ingress Capricorn Astrology Predictions. Venus is entering the sign of Capricorn on November 11, and then it's moving away from it on December 7th. So it's going to be there for a few weeks. For you, Tauruses, Venus is entering your 9th house, and you may have a lot of interest when it comes to traveling internationally. For some of you Tauruses, you may travel abroad. You may go on a vacation, maybe, for Thanksgiving, or you may just decide to take some days off and travel somewhere far away to kind of rest and have fun and enjoy yourself. For others of you Tauruses, Venus in the 9th house may bring opportunities to enter universities, to maybe do good in certain exams. And if you're a teacher, you may just do very well when it comes to teaching your students. For others of you Tauruses, the 9th house with Venus here can indicate opportunities to connect with mentors, with people that you consider as advisors into your life. You might even be able to connect with them at a deeper level, kind of expand your horizons and your knowledge through interactions with other people. For others of you Tauruses, this transit can indicate expanding your knowledge when it comes to your health habits, because Venus also rules your 6th house. For some of you, you may do a lot of research about the food that you're taking, the diet that you're taking, the way how you're taking care of your physical body, your personal hygiene, and also your workout routine. Some of you may just feel very inspired to go back to the gym and kind of take more care of your physical body. For some of you Tauruses, this transit can bring the focus on legal matters, and also issues associated with citizenship, with residence cards, with relocating internationally. And that's going to be specifically true, you're going to feel the strongest when Pluto leaves the sign of Capricorn around November 19, 20, depending on where you are in the world. And so there is a lot of focus for you, Tauruses, a lot of completions and wrap-ups associated with your 9th house matters. So no wonder why the ruler of your chart is also in this area of your life. For others of you Tauruses, as Venus travels here, it's going to square the North Node, and it's going to do so on November 14. So there could be some fated events, and also fated individuals that come your way, people that come back maybe from your past or past lives, or individuals that you're supposed to be meeting in this life to teach you something very fundamental, very important, to basically expand your horizons and your knowledge about certain things, certain belief systems in your life. Venus then is going to continue to move forward, and on November 21st, just about when Pluto leaves the sign of Capricorn, Venus is going to sextile Saturn. So whatever you're doing in your 9th house matters can have a long-term effect. If your focus is on legal matters, then there's something like some type of completion happening here, again with Pluto leaving this area of your life. That is going to be long-term. It's going to last for a while. It could be quite karmic in nature, and it could be good. especially with the sex, I believe that there could be something positive happening around this time, associated with your ninth house matters that I just mentioned. The ninth house is also the house of good karma in ancient astrology, so you may just receive some pleasant surprises, receive some good karma for your past deeds. Somebody pays it forward to you for something that you've done for somebody else, so you can just feel joyful and enjoy life during this transit. Venus in the ninth house is pretty nice for you, Tauruses. Now, I also do want to mention that for some of you, you may have the opportunity to learn from your coworkers, to understand and learn new things from them, to talk to them about your belief systems, to understand each other's perspectives and points of view. You may kind of connect with each other through your experiences in your life during this transit as Venus travels through your ninth house. This is what I have for you, Tauruses, for this transit. Please let me know in the comments how things are going in your life, and if you liked and resonated with this video, please remember to give it a like and to subscribe. Hello, dear Gemini suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your Venus Ingress Capricorn astrology predictions. Venus is entering the sign of Capricorn on November 11th and is going to remain here until December 7th. So for a few weeks, for a lot of you Geminis, Venus is going to bless you in your 8th house matters. For you, this may indicate opportunities to focus on maybe certain loan or certain mortgage, and kind of doing so behind the scenes, hidden from the public eye, hidden from the people that know you. You may just also focus a lot on shared resources and finances that maybe you have with a family member or with your partner. And again, you may be doing so behind the scenes and kind of not letting other people know about it. For some of you Geminis, you are considering relocating to somewhere else. You are considering maybe moving abroad, traveling far away, and you're kind of assessing and reassessing your shared resources and finances to see if you're able to do so, to see if you're able to relocate somewhere else. For others of you, this transit can indicate opportunities to use your hobbies and creativity to release certain fears and self-sabotaging patterns. For some of you Geminis, if you do art or music, you may explore the darker side, or you may express your creativity through darker things. And that is because Venus rules your 5th house of creativity, of hobbies. For others of you Geminis, there could be a romantic interest that you could get obsessed over, or they may get obsessed over you during this time. It could be somebody that you go on a date with. It could be somebody that you think is cute, or they think that you're cute. So you have some exchange of emotions here that again could turn a bit obsessive with Venus in your 8th house. For others of you Geminis, this transit can indicate a lot of discussions, maybe with one of your children or all of your children, related to your shared resources and finances that you have together. Or it could indicate that you decide to take care of one of your children to help them through a certain difficult situation that may be going on in their life, and you decide to be there for them and kind of help them financially or even emotionally, by advising them, especially like psychologically. You can definitely be there for them. For others of you Geminis, this transit can also indicate opportunities to use maybe spirituality and religion, and also like other dimensions, spiritual routines, to step away from self-sabotaging patterns and kind of to heal yourself at the psychological level, at the subconscious level. And Venus can bless you here. Venus can help you receive divine support to be able to remove certain things from your from your psychological mind that is not serving you anymore, so that you can transform and you can be reborn, and you can feel more blessed. The 8th house is also the house of investments, is the house of other people's money. So for some of you Geminis, you may decide to invest doing so kind of hidden from the public eye in certain endeavors, or you may decide to pull away your investments, and how the results can be about that, I am not sure, because I don't look at your personal chart, but your focus can definitely be in this area of your life. Now, as Venus moves forward, at some point is going to square the North Node, exactly actually on November 14. So here there can be some fated events, maybe fated situations or individuals that can feel a bit intense, but they are very karmic in nature. They are supposed to be there for a reason, and they can all be related to your 8th house matters. But with a square to the node here can indicate that you are meant to have this certain situation happen, and that is so that it can realign you to take action, to be able to kind of complete your mission in these 8th house matters during this time. As Venus moves forward, it's then going to be in a sextile to Saturn exactly on November 21st. That is when Pluto has just left the sign of Capricorn for forever in our lifetime. And so that's where Venus is in the sign of Capricorn. So I feel like there can be a lot of completions in your 8th house matters, Geminis. A lot of healing, a lot of transformation, especially at the psychological level, and also related to your self-sabotaging patterns. You may have had very important conversations, a lot of stress also related to shared resources and finances with, a family member or one of your children, or with your partner. And so as Venus now is in a sextile to Saturn, exactly when Pluto leaves the sign of Capricorn, this can indicate opportunities to heal and to have some kind of acceptance or even letting go that can feel peaceful, but they can also have long-term effects. Venus in connection to Saturn can indicate long-term effects associated with your 8th house matters. So expect some important completions around this time that may be resolved for your entire life, with Pluto leaving this area also at the same time. This is what I have for you. Venus is also doing, other points, but I feel like as time goes by, I'll talk about them. But this is what I have for you for this video, Geminis. Please let me know in the comments how things are going in your life. And if you liked and resonated with my video, remember to give it a like and to subscribe. Hello, dear Cancer suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your Venus Ingress Capricorn astrology predictions. Venus is entering the sign of Capricorn on November 11 and is going to leave the sign and enter the sign of Aquarius on December 7th. So it's going to be in your 7th house for a few weeks. For you, Cancers, this can bring opportunities to enjoy the company of maybe a partner, maybe a business partner, a romantic partner, your marriage partner. You may go on dates or have these pleasant meetings, one-on-one meetings with other people that can feel, again, joyful, that can be very pleasant, that can bring opportunities to kind of be on the same page with someone else, and even, enjoy your time with some other individual that is significant for you. For others of you, Cancers, this transit can also indicate opportunities to maybe enter some long-term contract or agreement that is aligning or realigning you with your long-term dreams and goals for the future. And that is because Venus rules your 11th house. For others of you, Cancers, this transit can indicate opportunities to spend time with one of your friends or a group of friends on one-on-one, to where you go out, you enjoy your time together, you literally have very deep conversations, or you can connect at a very pleasant, very pleasant way with each other, to where you understand each other, or you do things that bring joy to both of you or all of you if you have a lot of friends. For others of you, Cancers, this transit can also indicate reassessing your long-term goals when it comes to your financial health, your personal finances. The 11th house is the house where we receive financial rewards, and that's what Venus rules for you. So you may have some kind of conversation with a significant other related to your long-term financial success or financial goals. And if you don't have a partner or a business partner, then this can indicate entering some type of agreement again that realigns you with the future, that makes you more excited about what's to come when it comes to your financial rewards. Venus also rules your 4th house, so for some of you Cancers, you may even spend some more time around this time with a family member, maybe with your parents, maybe with your family. Some of you may even have the opportunity to travel to your home country, homeland, if you live abroad, and to kind of spend more time with your extended family. For others of you, this transit can indicate emotional healing or talking about emotions, which you are so excellent at as Cancers, but maybe talking about your emotions with a partner, again with a family member, maybe with your friends too, to where you feel very understood, or the other way around, to where somebody else feels understood by you. This transit can also bring a lot of focus on your real estate, on your home. For some of you Cancers, you may be considering moving somewhere else, relocating to somewhere else. Maybe you're thinking where to rent or where to buy or what to sell. And these discussions are being are developed maybe with a partner or again with a family member around this time, because your eyes are kind of on your long-term dreams and goals, where you want to be, where you want to locate, and where you feel more hopeful and joyful about life also. Remember that when Venus transits the 7th house, it also aspects you in your 1st house. So for a lot of you Cancers, you may feel and look very beautiful, very pleasant to be around, very joyful, very attractive. People will want to spend time with you. And you can also receive good understanding and opportunities to resolve certain things, maybe in your home environment or also in your career life, maybe with an authority figure or with your public status. There could be something pleasant that could be happening around this time also. This is what I have for you Cancers. I wish you the best of luck. Please let me know in the comments how things are going for you. And if you liked and resonated with this video, remember to give it a like and to subscribe. Hello Leo suns, moons and risings. Welcome to your Venus Ingress Capricorn astrology predictions. Venus is entering the sign of Capricorn on November 11 and it's going to leave the sign on December 7th. So it's going to remain here for a few weeks. And for you Leos, Venus is transiting your 6th house. So you may have a lot of opportunities to resolve certain things, maybe with your coworkers. You may have opportunities to kind of have important conversations with them to where you feel understood, they feel understood. You may feel like you're resolving certain things, and maybe that is also helping you advance in your career. It may have some positive effect in your career and your reputation at work, because Venus rules your 10th house in itself. For others of you Leos, this transit can indicate opportunities to maybe take on certain responsibilities that make you look good, that make you look very responsible, and also a pleasant person to be around. It could be very easy to collaborate with you, and so it makes you look good, and especially in the eyes of your colleagues and also of your bosses. Now, if you're not in the workplace, if you're not working, then this can indicate opportunities to fix your image or make your image more beautiful, more pleasant by taking care of your physical body. Maybe by taking care of your diet, of your health. You may decide to eat certain things that maybe bring you more joy, but also make you gain a certain status, like look in a different way, because Venus rules the most visible side of your chart. So you may be doing workout routines or eating certain things so that you are known in a certain way, or other people see you in a certain way that again can be very pleasant, very beautiful, very attractive also. The 6th house, where Venus is transiting for you, is also the house of service. So for some of you Leos, you may decide to just serve other individuals. This can be individuals that are older in age, or individuals that could even be your authority figures in your life. It doesn't have to be your boss. It's just individuals that you feel like have a certain authority over you or over certain decisions in your life. and that will depend also on what stage of your life you are. So this transit can definitely indicate opportunities to learn from them, to have certain discussions, to come to certain agreement with them, learn from each other, and kind of do things together that bring peace to both of you. And I talk about communication because Venus also rules your third house. So you may come across as very pleasant, as very joyful, even when you do your daily tasks, when you run your errands, when you go to the grocery store, or when you pay your bills. When you do certain things, you might come across as very joyful, very attractive, very beautiful. You might even catch some attention from certain individuals because, again, Venus is also the 10th house ruler, so quite important for you Leos. Now, as Venus continues to move forward in this area of your life, it's going to square the North Node, and it's going to do so exactly on November 14. So there could be some fated events happening here. Maybe you get certain responsibilities at work that are like karmic in nature. They are meant to be there for you so that you can gain a certain status, or you can advance in a certain direction in your career, or that you can maybe be in the spotlight related to something. But again, it's like quite fate in nature. There could be certain circumstances outside of your personal control, but that are meant for you to be there to either learn a certain lesson or to expand in your knowledge, and especially in your thinking process and communication skills. Venus is then going to sextile Saturn, and it's going to do so on November 21. Venus is doing like several contacts with other planets, but I feel like these two are like pretty important, and this one specifically because Pluto is leaving the sign of Capricorn on November 19, 20, depending on where you are in the world. So we have this strong energy of Pluto leaving the sign of Capricorn, and we also have Venus in the sign of Capricorn in the sextile to Saturn. So if you're having certain completions in your 6th house matters related to your career, related to your job, maybe some of your Leos might even be leaving a certain job or gaining certain responsibilities or leaving certain responsibilities. Like there's transformation in your work environment. Maybe like an authority figure coming in, another one leaving, toxic people may be removed from your work environment also as Pluto leaves the 6th house. And at the same time, we have this beautiful contact between Venus and Saturn that could indicate long-lasting effects of these important changes that are happening in the 6th house. If you have been taking care of your physical body, you've been doing your workout routines, taking care of your personal hygiene, doing routines to keep your body healthy and strong, then Venus here can indicate long-term effects as Pluto leaves this area of your life. So I feel like it's very beautiful. It can indicate some positive outcome that could be related to your 6th house matters, Leos. But this is what I have for you for this video. Please let me know in the comments how things are going for you, and if you liked and resonated with this video, remember to give it a like and to subscribe. Hello dear Virgo suns, moons and risings. Welcome to your Venus entering Capricorn astrology predictions. Venus is entering the sign of Capricorn on November 11 and is going to stay in this sign until December 7th. For you Virgos, Venus is transiting your 5th house and is in a positive aspect to your rising sign. So you may have a lot of pleasant experiences. For a lot of you, you may have opportunities to meet somebody during this time that is related to your romantic life. You could go on dates, you can have pleasant conversations with another person. This individual can even be very good looking, can be somebody that can express their love in a very grounded way, or can be somebody that values life, that values the pleasures of life, and basically also expands your horizons, makes you see the world and see life in a different perspective that is very joyful to you, that is very positive to you in general. For others of you Virgos, Venus here can indicate opportunities to heal your relationship with one of your children or many of your children. You may have the opportunity to go out together, to go and have fun, to go on, to drink something, to eat something with your kids, to go out there, play with them, spend time with them. This can turn into a time that is memorable for both of you, for you and your children also. For others of you, Virgo, this transit can indicate opportunities to invest on risky investments, to make money, or to simply think about where to put the money, to calculate and to focus on receiving some financial rewards, but again through endeavors that bring you money in a very fast way, in a quick way, and also in a lucky way, because this is the house of luck. For others of you Virgos, Venus here can indicate opportunities to really use your creative abilities and hobbies to create something new, to start some project for yourself where you can express whatever you have within you. You can express your creativity in a very grounding way, but also in a pleasant way, in a way that is healing for you and brings you joy. Venus rules your 9th house and your 2nd house. So for some of you, you may even want to spend some money in some creative project during this time, or your personal income. You may put some money into maybe buying certain things. For example, if you're a painter, you may want to buy all the tools that you need to be able to paint something, to express your creativity. If you are a musician, then, you maybe buy some memberships to certain websites to create music and things like that. For others of you Virgos, this can indicate spending money for one of your children so that you bring them joy. Maybe it's somebody's birthday, or you just want to buy something for your kids to make them happy, to build memories together and to spend some time together. For others of you Virgos, this can indicate spending some money for a romantic interest. Maybe you buy them a gift, maybe you take them on a date, or the other way around, to where they do that to you. They buy you a gift, they take you out, and you have some beautiful, pleasant moments together with somebody else. For others of you Virgos, this transit can indicate going in an international trip, with Venus being the 9th house ruler, going into some vacation or some travels that brings you a lot of joy, that awakens that joyful child within and lets you have a lot of fun, fall in love with life again. And for others of you, this can also indicate being lucky when it comes to maybe dealing with some type of legal issue, or with documentation related to international relocation, such as citizenship, green cards, things like that. And if you're not, into that at all, then for some of you Virgos, this transit can also indicate being able to meet somebody at school that could be a romantic interest, or meeting somebody at some higher education that sparks something within you, makes you more excited about life, or makes you fall in love with them, things like that. There could be somebody that comes from higher educational institutions with this transit. Now, as Venus is going to move forward in the sky here in the sign of Capricorn, it's going to square the North Node on November 14. And around this time, there could be some fated events, some fated individuals that come into your life. Again, this could be a romantic partner. This could be events happening in the life of one of your children that are quite fated in nature, quite unpredictable. They don't depend on you, they don't depend on them, but they are there to basically realign you with your mission and what you're supposed to be doing in this life. There could be some intense energy, situations that need to be addressed around this time that are quite intense. But, again, they are realigning you with your destiny. These transits basically keep you in check on where you should be going in your life. And then Venus is going to make several touch points with other planets in the sky. But one of them that I want to talk about just for a little bit is a Venus sextile Saturn on November 21st. And I think this is a very important one, because around this time, Pluto is leaving the sign of Aquarius. It's going to leave the sign of Aquarius around November 19-20, depending where you are in the world. But on November 21st, just a day after, Venus is sextiling Saturn. And I feel like as Pluto leaves this area of your life, your 5th house, there could be some long-term effects that could be feeling quite healing for you, Virgos. Pluto here is, or basically has taught you a lot of lessons about the way how you know, if you're in love with life, and the way how you interact with children, the way how you interact with romantic partners. So as Pluto is solidifying this area of your life with lessons and you know, losing power and earning power again, then as Pluto leaves, the fortification of this fifth house matters is going to receive this blessing from Venus and Saturn, which indicates that there's some healing after the stress and pressure that Pluto has been giving you in fifth house matters. There could be opportunities for healing now in the end, on around November 21st, that could be very long lasting, because Saturn is involved here, and Saturn is the planet of time. So this could be wonderful opportunities to maybe amend relationships with one of your children, to heal relationships with them, or them with you. This could be a great opportunity to fix relationships even with friends, to maybe change the way how you flirt with others, and the way how you are in the market when it comes to finding a romantic partner. There could be long-term effects or lessons that are on the positive side when it comes to this aspect. Still a bit challenging with Pluto, you know, leaving your fifth house, but Venus and Saturn are creating a positive aspect, showing you that there's opportunities to heal from past traumas, to heal from several, you know, maybe disappointments also, that that give you a complete different perspective on these things that is going to last and stay with you for a very long time. So I absolutely love this transit between Venus and Saturn in the sky. But this is what I have for this video for you Virgos. Venus is then going to square Black Lilith, and then trining Uranus, and then it's going to sextile Neptune. So we have some other beautiful aspects also that are going to be happening. Until then, I feel like I'm going to talk about these things more. But for now, Virgos, this is what I have, and I wish you the best of luck. Please let me know in the comments how things are going in your life. And if you liked and resonated with this video, remember to give it a like and to subscribe. Hello, dear Libra suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your Venus entering Capricorn astrology predictions. Venus is entering the sign of Capricorn on November 11, and it's going to leave the sign on December 7th. For you Libras, Venus is transiting your fourth house, and I feel like it's bringing some protection into your life, especially as Pluto is also leaving your fourth house. Now, what can this transit, or what can these few weeks bring for you Libras? There could be a lot of opportunities here to heal some family relationships. Like I said, Pluto has been very maybe tough on you when it comes to fourth house matters, when it comes to your career also. Actually any area of your life, because this is an angular house, so maybe there has also been a lot of stress and transformation when it comes to changing your or evolving your identity and personality, but also in your partnerships and relationships. Now, Venus here is bringing some blessings and some protection in this four house matters. There could be topics related to your shared resources and finances that come to the surface around this time, because Venus rules your 8th house. For a lot of you, you may have a lot of focus on shared resources that you have with a family member, with one of your partners, that you want to talk about. You want to talk about how much you're putting in, how much they're putting in, what you're doing with your shared resources, and things like that. For others of you Libras, there is a lot of focus on relocating, maybe buying a new house, maybe buying a new apartment, maybe renting somewhere new, maybe even moving across countries. There is a lot of focus on that, and Pluto is going to help you decide, especially this month as it permanently leaves the sign of Capricorn for our lifetime. But Venus here is going to help you choose maybe a place that brings you joy and brings you peace into your heart, and lets you even have long-term effects, that this new place could be the place for you for a little while. And I will explain why here in a minute. But definitely opportunities to find a good place that makes you feel joyful. For others of you Libras, this transit can bring transformation at the emotional level, at the core level. You may understand certain fears and self-sabotaging patterns have not been working on your benefit. And so there could be opportunities to kind of heal from them or face them and understand them and kind of become at peace with these feelings that maybe did not serve you for the longest time. For others of you, Libras, this transit can indicate putting a lot of emphasis and focus on other people's money, on investments, on, if you've put money somewhere in the stock market or in certain endeavors that bring you money through other people's resources and finances. And so there is a reassessment here. You may think or you may get a gut feeling about what you should be doing about these things, if you should change them or switch them up. There is a lot of intuition that can help you around this time to decide what you're going to be doing with these things. Venus is also your ruler, so it is you who could be the initiator of all these things. It is you who can be like, I need to change my fourth house matters, again with Pluto in this house also, but I need to be doing it in a way that brings me joy and happiness in the long run, in the long term. This transit can also indicate opportunities to maybe discover certain things about your ancestors, about your homeland. Venus, like I said, rules your first house, but also your eighth house. So there could be a lot of research work that you may be doing associated with your ancestors, associated with family members, and you might find something important here related to them that can even be maybe a bit darker in nature with Pluto in this area of your life, or you can find out that these people maybe are powerful in a certain way, and that also empowers you emotionally, makes you feel more happy and pleasant. And I feel like it's going to be more on the positive side with Venus being in this area of your life. Now, this transit can also indicate opportunities to use maybe your shared resources and finances to beautify your home, to buy new furniture, to transform it, to add in your room, or to paint it, to beautify your house, your home environment in one way or another. This transit can bring opportunities to do so. Now, as Venus continues to move in the sign of Capricorn, at some point it's going to square North Node, and it's going to happen exactly on November 14. So there could be some fated events happening around this time. You could feel certain emotions. You can feel certain fears that, again, are letting you realign yourself with your destiny, who you're supposed to be as a person. And you're getting a lot of empowerment in your emotional world, dear Libras. And I feel like this is very strong, because that's the base of the chart. That's the base of your life. That's the foundation of your life. And so as you become more empowered in your emotional world, then you are realigned more with your destiny. You have more clarity of where you should be going, how you should be doing it. And so Venus square North Node here is like a reality check, or is bringing situations your way that realign you with your destiny. As Venus continues to move forward, it's going to sextile Saturn on November 21st. And this explains that the thing that I said in the beginning, that there could be long-term effects associated with Pluto moving away from your fourth house, because Pluto is doing this just a day or two before Venus sextile Saturn. And when Pluto leaves, we do feel the energy of Venus sextile Saturn. So for you, as Pluto gives you the final lessons and gives you long-term effects associated with your fourth house matters, then there's an opportunity to heal, there's an opportunity to let go, there's an opportunity to accept things and feel grounded and understanding of your circumstances, of your life, of why things should be going the way that are going in your fourth house matters. And again, could be associated with relocation, with your home environment, with relationships to your family members, or simply with your inner world, your emotional world. And so the sextile between these two planets can indicate long-term effects that let you accept reality for what it is, but to where you're at peace and you are calmed down. You're not stressing out or panicking. It's like the other way around. You accept and let go and like understand that things are supposed to be happening in a certain way. So there's definitely long-term effects with Pluto leaving your fourth house, in the way how Pluto is going to leave your fourth house, you know, the way how it's going to leave your life as it moves away into the fifth house. This is what I have for you, Libras, for this transit. Please let me know in the comments how things are going for you. And if you liked and resonated with this video, remember to give it a like and to subscribe. Hello, dear Scorpio suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your Venus entering Capricorn astrology predictions. Venus is entering the sign of Capricorn on November 11th, and it's going to stay in this sign until December 7th. So it's going to be here for a few weeks. But for you, Scorpios, this is going to happen in your third house. This can indicate some great opportunities to go into some short distance travel, to go on a short trip. That can bring you a lot of joy, that can bring you excitement. You may be doing so with your official partner, with your romantic partner, your marriage partner, or you could be doing so with business partner. And if you have a relationship that's hidden from other people, that's like a secret relationship, that you may also be doing this short little trip with them. But either way, this is going to bring a lot of joy and excitement and pleasantness. There could be heart-to-heart conversations happening here, connecting at the soul level, connecting at the emotional level with this individual. Or you may be going to some place that is very beautiful, that is very calming, to where it lets you connect and it lets you exchange some important, pleasant communication with each other. For others of you, Scorpios, this transit can indicate opportunities to heal some certain relationship. Again, can be a romantic or a business partner that lets you understand them more, or they understand you more. There could be some heart-to-heart conversations happening here that brings you more joy and lets you heal when it comes to your thinking process and the way how you talk to them and the way how they talk to you. For others of you, Scorpios, if you have been doing some project behind the scenes, kind of hidden from other people, then you may decide to announce it around this time. You may decide to tell people about it, and it can bring you a lot of joy. Other people can receive it in a positive way. It can be well received. And as you do so, you may feel like, it's... You may feel very grounded about this little project that you've been doing behind the scenes. For others of you, Scorpios, there can be also opportunities to travel far away to foreign lands because Venus rules your 12th house. And so, again, there is opportunity to go somewhere, and you may be doing so with a partner, or you might even be doing so by yourself, because Venus is the ruler of the 12th house that sometimes is the self. It's like, where you are alone, where you're kind of hidden from other people. And so you may decide to go somewhere that helps you relax your mind, that helps you relax your thinking process, and, brings you joy, brings you more happiness with this transit. For others of you, Scorpios, you may decide to write more, you may decide to publish something around this time that, again, can be well received from other people. And I say that because Venus is going to make mostly positive aspects to other planets as it travels in the sign of Capricorn. But at the same time, Pluto is also leaving this area of your life, so I'll be talking about that in a minute. But generally speaking, Venus is doing very well in this area of your life in the third house. And it's also in a positive aspect to your sign. So you might receive some positive rewards with Venus here. The third house where Venus is also the house of your local networks, your local charities, local community, and businesses. For a lot of you, you may have opportunities to connect with people a lot more, to make more friends, to be more relatable to them, and to them coming to you with like things to share with you. So you can receive some pleasant experiences around this time that are grounding in nature, that are very down to earth. This is not like a Venus-Neptune connection. This is like a Venus in Capricorn connection. So it's very grounded in nature. These are communications that make sense. These are communications that could even last for a while also, especially with the sextile that Venus is going to be doing with Saturn on November 21st. But before going to that, like I said, Venus is going to make certain points or certain communications with other points and planets in the sky. And for example, on November 14, Venus is going to be in a square to the North Node. So I feel like around this time, Scorpios, there could be faded communications that you may be doing with other people, especially in one-on-one relationships with others or in one-on-one communications with other people. The first house is you. The seventh house that Venus rules for you is the other person that is in front of you. So there is opportunities to have faded communications, karmic communications with others that kind of give you some type of revelation to make you understand that you're supposed to be making a certain decision about the direction of your life, or you're supposed to maybe take a certain path to be realigned of what you're supposed to be doing in this lifetime. So important day, the energy can be felt 3 days before and 3 days after. As Venus enters Capricorn on November 11th, we can start to feel this energy that certain fated things are happening. And for you, it's going to be in your third house matters. Now, as Venus continues to move forward, like I said, it's going to sextile Saturn, and this is happening exactly on November 21st. At the same time, though, Pluto is leaving the sign of Capricorn, is leaving this third house for you. And Pluto is leaving on the 19th or 20th, depending where you are in the world, but the energy can be felt all the time around this time. That's why I'm not giving you like a specific time and a specific hour, because you do feel the energy and you're going to feel the energy all the time around this time. This is a very important transit that Pluto is doing. But it's solidifying your third house matters, is giving you certain conclusions, certain understandings, and deep transformation related to your third house matters. In the way how you communicate with other people is giving you a lot of understanding and transformation when it comes to that. I have met so many Scorpio individuals that have had some profound transformation in the way how they talk to their clients, the way how they talk to their colleagues, friends, family members. There's Scorpios are quite intense, and so some of them have realized that certain people need to be approached in a different way and things like that. Pluto has brought a lot of transformation in the communication style for a lot of Scorpios. But that's been maybe more on the positive side, of course, depending on your personal chart. Like I do want to mention that it all depends on your personal chart, but generally speaking, Pluto has been a positive aspect to Scorpio. So as Pluto now moves into the fourth house, that's going to bring huge transformations in all areas of your life. It's completing this third house matters. So it is changing the way how you go on short distance travels, how you communicate in your local communities, how you think about yourself, how you talk to yourself, your nervous system, the thinking process, your brain, your mind. And Pluto is bringing certain conclusions and closures associated with these things. But the beauty about the Venus transit is that it's sextiling Saturn while Pluto is doing all these things. So there is opportunity to be at peace with whatever Pluto taught you in the third house matters. There are opportunities to accept things for what they are and to be very grounded about them, and to even have long-term effects in this healing that you may be receiving with Venus in the third house. Healing and also peace and joyfulness, and also like letting go, that feeling that is very grounded, to where you're not at odds with what has happened in your life. You are actually with it. You understand that things happen the way they happen for a certain reason, and you are at peace with it. You can let go of like the resentment and anger and things like that. So Venus here is marking the sky as Pluto leaves this area of your life with a positive aspect to Saturn, indicating long-term positive effects on your third house matters, of your understanding of the world, of your understanding of your thinking process, of the way how you communicate with others, how you connect with individuals on a daily basis that are in your local community, the way how you connect with your younger siblings and also with your neighbors, but also in the way how you write, how you express yourself, how you connect with other people. So I feel like this can bring wonderful closures in this area of your life. And then as Venus continues to move forward, it's going to square Black Lilith and trine Uranus, and it's going to be sextile Neptune. So we're going to have some positive effects coming from Venus, or some protection coming from Venus in your third house matters. But until then, we'll talk about it more. For now, Scorpios, I wish you the best of luck. I feel like you are the sign that's been the longest so far. Please let me know in the comments how things are going in your life. And if you liked and resonated with this video, remember to give it a like and to subscribe. Hello, dear Sagittarius suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your Venus enters Capricorn astrology predictions. Venus is entering the sign of Capricorn on November 11, and it's going to leave the sign on December 7th. So it's going to stay for a few weeks in your second house. This can indicate opportunities to focus a lot on your personal finances, to maybe get a stronger and deeper understanding of how much money you're making, of the resources that you have, how much you should be spending. Venus can bring you that instinct and intuition and also intelligence to deal with your personal finances, because Venus in itself is a planet of finances and money. So there can be opportunities to expand maybe your resources here, to make more money, to have more money coming in, and to also be smarter and wiser when it comes to your expenditures and where your money is going. For others of you Sagittarius, you may even have opportunities to maybe increase your income at work around this time, maybe get a promotion, or at least get a understanding of what you should be doing in order to get a certain promotion, because Venus rules your sixth house of your daily job, and in the second house can definitely indicate opportunities to do so. You may even have conversations with maybe a boss, like an authority figure, related to where you want to be financially in the long term, like how much money you want to be paid in the future, like 5 months, in 1 year, and things like that. You may have some focus on your long-term goals when it comes to your financial health. For others of you Sagittarius, you may have the opportunity around this time to use your diet and to or change your diet, transform your diet, and also maybe work out a bit more, or change your workout routine in a way that increases your self-confidence and makes you look more beautiful in your physical body. And that is because, like I said, Venus rules your sixth house, that rules over these things, but it is in the second house of self-worth and self-esteem. So you may increase your self-confidence by doing harder workouts, by eating healthier, by taking care of your personal hygiene. You may feel like you're more empowered in the way how you look at yourself and how you present yourself in the world. For others of you Sagittarius, this transit can indicate a friend of yours giving you gifts, buying you something, or a friend of yours advising you when it comes to your personal finances and your personal resources. That is because Venus rules your 11th house of your friends. Again, there could even be somebody that gives you something nice and sweet and you appreciate it, makes you feel happy, makes you feel special, and even puts you in the spot maybe, or like makes you increase your self-esteem, self-confidence, and makes you just happy and joyful. For others of you Sagittarius, this transit can indicate a lot of focus on money, like I said in the beginning, but you can even receive some financial rewards around this time due to your hard work, due to whatever you have been doing with like work-wise, but also with taking care of your money. I have a friend that actually opened a business recently that has wedding dresses. So I feel like this transit is going to bring her some financial rewards or some understanding on how to, deal with expenditures and inventory and things like that in her business. So that could definitely be the scenario for a lot of you Sagittarius. But if you don't have a business, if you're just if you work for somebody else, then this can indicate opportunities to talk about finances and to realign yourself of where you want to be financially in the future related to this job, related to the role that you have in a certain company. Now, as Venus continues to move forward, it's going to square the North Node on November 14 exactly. So there could be some fated events, some fated conversations that are happening here related to your second house matters. The North Node here is really helping you Sagittarius realign yourself with your mission. It's like kind of keeping you in check of where you should be going, bringing maybe some frictions, some situations that are fated in nature that could even be outside of your choice or like outside of your will. There are circumstances that happen outside of you, but that realign you and help you take a certain direction in your life, that help you be put in a certain place that makes sense for you to be around this time. So expect maybe some intensity, but also being realigned to your destiny around this time. And then as Venus continues to move forward, it's going to be in a sextile to Saturn on November 21st. So for you, Sagittarius, this indicates a lot of deep understanding of your personal finances. Now, Pluto is leaving this area of your life around this time on November 19 or 20, depending where you are in the world. Pluto is leaving the sign of Capricorn permanently for our lifetime, and it's moving into your third house. So Pluto is solidifying and giving you a lot of understanding in your second house matters, in how much money you're making, where your money is going, how much you should be making, how smart you need to be with your money, and giving you the ability to transform in your understanding, or literally transform in your financial wealth and financial power. And as Pluto is leaving this area of your life, then Venus is blessing it. It's protecting it. It's protecting your finances. It's protecting your financial world. It's protecting your self-esteem, your self-confidence. And it's doing so in a sextile to Saturn, which indicates long-term effects. Long-term effects in your understanding of how you deal with your personal income. Long-term understanding on where your money should be going, or even the materialization of your finances. You can make more money around this time that is going to be long-lasting, or you can multiply your resources that can also be long-lasting. So there's protection here coming from God, from the universe, from the Creator, related to your sixth house matters, as Pluto, the planet of crisis, leaves this area of your life. So I feel like there could be, some protection here, some good things happening as Pluto moves into your third house matters. I hope that it turns out to be very good for you, Sagittarius. And as Venus continues to move in the sky, it's going to also make a square to Lilith, and then a trine to Uranus, a sextile to Neptune. But until then, we're going to talk about it for this video. This is all I had. I wish you the best of luck, Sagittarius. Please let me know in the comments how things are going in your life. And if you liked and resonated with this video, remember to give it a like and to subscribe. Hello, dear Capricorn, Capricorn suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your Venus entering your sign astrology predictions. Venus is entering the sign of Capricorn on November 11, and it's going to remain in your first house until December 7th. So it's going to spend quite a few time over here. If you are deciding to beautify your physical body around this time, then it can turn out to be very pleasant to the eye. If you decide to maybe get a haircut, change your hairstyle, change your hair color, or buy new clothes, replace the clothes that you have in your closet, then Venus here again can bring some positive effects to where all these decisions come out very beautiful in your physical body, and also very attractive and pleasant to the eye. For others of you Capricorns, if you're not into this, then this transit can indicate opportunities to really be very joyful about life, to be excited about life. There could be certain situations happening in your life, especially maybe with your children or with your career or authority figures, that make you very excited, very happy, and you can come across as very pleasant and very relaxing to be around you. People will want to spend more time with you. You can even come across as more playful, more joyful, and that attracts people towards you. That is because Venus rules your 5th house and also your 10th house. So for others of you Capricorns, you may have opportunities to advance in your career, to be in the spotlight in your career, at your work, at your job, or in your business, or in your industry. You may have opportunities to be accepted from other people and be basically happy around them. For others of you Capricorns, this transit can indicate maybe a change of status. Maybe for some of you, you can, a change of status can be associated with your personal status, like if you're single or married, but it can also indicate like your financial status. It can indicate where you are in the world, how other people see you. So there could be a change that is more on the positive side with Venus in the first house that makes you look very even wealthy, can make you look very with like a lot of good taste about life, about your closet, about the way how you look, but also very abundant in the eyes of other people. So I feel like this can be very, very nice transit for a lot of you. For others of you Capricorns, you may have opportunities to amend certain things with one of your children, to where you are improving your status, you're improving your image also. There maybe has been a situation in the past that was like on the more on the negative side with one of your children, but now you can amend that, you can fix that, and that is helping you in your personalities, is helping you express joy and excitement about life again, if that makes sense. For others of you Capricorns, this transit can indicate opportunities to meet somebody romantically, and as you do so, you may come across as very attractive, very beautiful, very fun to be around, very grounded, also very down to earth, which is so natural for you. But Venus is helping you be more basically pleasant and like definitely receive very well from others. And as Venus transits this first house, is also opposite the 7th house, so your one-on-one relationships can also be improved around this time. And there's also opportunities to amend certain things and fix certain things, dear Capricorns. Now, as Venus continues to move into this area of your life, it's going to square the North Node, and it's going to do so on November 14. So there could be some fated events, some fated situations that are happening in your life, maybe with a family member, or at least in your emotional world, that are kind of keeping you in check and making sure that you are going in the right direction when it comes to your destiny, when it comes to your fate, when it comes to your mission in this life. So Venus is helping you achieve all these things, and the squares to the North Node indicate situations maybe outside of you, outside of our lives, that kind of realign you to your destiny, to your mission, and give you that push to action, that push to take a certain direction in your life. And for you, it can be again associated with your identity, with your personality, with your physical body, but also with your relationship, maybe with authority figures, and also in your career, and also your self-expression, with Venus being the ruler of your 5th and 10th houses. And then Venus is going to move forward in the sky, and it's going to make a sextile to Saturn on November 21st. I feel like this is a very important transit because on November 19 to 20, depending where you are in the world, Pluto is actually leaving your first house and making those final results and final conclusions that are very important for you, that are very important for your identity, for your personality, that are very important for your life in general, because Pluto is leaving the house of initiation, of pioneering, of your identity. It's like it's actually the most important house of the zodiac. It's you. So Pluto is leaving from here, but giving you those final lessons and transforming you in a very profound way that can happen like once in a lifetime. So as Pluto is doing that, then you have the protection and the blessing of Venus transiting your first house in a sextile to Saturn, which is the planet of time. So there could be long-lasting effects associated with your identity, with your personality. You may come at good terms with whatever Pluto is doing did in your first house matters. You may come to good terms and realize that, okay, this happened the way it happened because of this reason. So there is some logical reasoning here with the connection to Saturn, but in a way that is positive and peaceful and beneficial to you with Venus in the first house. So you can let go of certain things that don't serve you anymore and decide to take on a more positive outlook of life as Pluto leaves this area of your life. And I'm so excited that this is happening for you because you've been going through so much. I have a lot of Capricorns in my life, and I've witnessed with my own eyes all the stuff that Pluto has transformed and changed, the roller coasters it has caused in a lot of individuals with Capricorn. So I'm excited for this transit for you, that you're finally getting rid of this. So Venus, though, is marking the sky in a positive way as Pluto leaves this area of your life. Is marking the sky in a very protective way, in a very beneficial way, in a blessed way. So yeah. And then Venus, it continues the journey into the sign of Capricorn. It's going to make some positive aspects to Uranus, to Neptune, which are very positive for you, of course. But until then, we're going to talk about them again. For this video, though, this is what I have. Please let me know in the comments how things are going in your life. And if you liked and resonated with this one, remember to give it a like and to subscribe. Hello, dear Aquarius suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your Venus enters Capricorn astrology predictions. Venus enters the sign of Capricorn on November 11, and it leaves this sign on December 7th. So it's going to remain in your 12th house for a while. This transit can indicate wonderful opportunities to let go of certain things that don't serve you anymore, to receive some good karma for your past deeds or for the deeds that you've done in this lifetime. This transit can also indicate opportunities to maybe travel somewhere far, to go on a little vacation that is kind of secluded and away from other people. That can be very joyful. That can be very positive for a lot of you Aquariuses. You may feel very at peace. You may feel like your emotional world is healing, and you can even make sense of your emotions in a more logical way, but like in a more peaceful way also. This transit can also indicate opportunities to beautify something, kind of doing behind the scenes, like to take care of certain project and to beautify it, to make it more pleasant, to make even more, or to make it more financially rewarding. You may be thinking behind the scenes about making more money, about the way how you're making money. If you felt burnt out at some point, then this transit can give you that rest, but also give you the understanding of where you should be going financially, and if you should be changing certain things about your lifestyle and the way how you make money. And you're going to feel that even more as Venus moves into the sign of Aquarius. But for the 12th house, there's a lot of reflection. There's a lot of kind of connecting with yourself, connecting with the universe, the God, and like coming to peace with certain details about your life related to your personal finances, because Venus is the planet of money. Now, for others of you Aquariuses, this transit can indicate opportunities to amend a relationship with a family member. Around this time, doing so behind the scenes, you may let go of a certain individual or a certain family member in your life, and this can bring you a lot of peace. This transit can also indicate maybe changing homes, maybe moving or relocating somewhere far, somewhere further, or simply making changes to your home environment. And you're doing so behind the scenes. Maybe you're having like certain projects to fix certain area of your land, of your house, of your home environment, to transform a room, or to, make certain changes to the place that you live in. For others of you Aquariuses, this transit can bring a shift in your belief system. You may be researching things and reading about things that bring you joy, that help you expand your knowledge, become more intelligent and smarter in certain topics. And again, you may be researching late at night, or doing so behind the scenes, like kind of hidden from others, but that can bring you a lot of joy and a lot of deeper understanding about everything. For others of you Aquariuses, you may be accepted into some higher educational institution around this time, to where you need to relocate and go to that place to, go on campus, study over there, things like that. There could be some good news coming out around this time, or a lot of preparation, or even starting into some higher educational institution. But that kind of secludes you from your family members, kind of secludes you from all the other environments around this time. For others of you Aquariuses, the transit can indicate having to deal with certain legal matters, or with foreign relocation documentation, such as citizenship, residency cards, things like that. You may have a lot of focus in these areas, and again, you're doing so behind the scenes, kind of hidden from others. Now, as Venus continues to move forward in the sky, it's going to some point to at some point square the North Node, which can indicate fated events, can indicate even fated dreams that come to you, or certain situations that are like, they feel very lucky, that feel like there is some kind of divine intervention that makes certain things happen. These can be situations that are outside of your choice or of your personal will, that, you know, there are simply circumstances, but they are really helping you, Aquarius, realign yourself with your destiny and your mission that you're supposed to be doing in this lifetime. Venus then is going to move forward in the sky, and it's going to do a sextile to Saturn on November 21st. This is the time where Pluto is going to enter your sign, Aquarius. Oh my goodness, this means big, huge changes for you. This means huge transformations. Your life is going to change, 180 degrees. It's going to be transformed in a very profound way, of course, slowly, but you can feel something very big shifting as Pluto is entering your sign. And as Pluto is entering your sign, Venus is marking the sky with this beautiful sextile to Saturn, which indicates a lot of letting go, a lot of coming to peace with certain situations and maybe karmic events that have happened in your life. If you felt like you paid the debt of your ancestors with a certain situation or two, then Venus here is going to bring that peace and that acceptance that is going to be quite long lasting, because it's making a positive aspect to Saturn, which is a planet of time. This can also indicate opportunities to connect with the divine, with God, with the universe, with the creator, or to put in place certain spiritual routines that are going to be long lasting, that can bring you a lot of peace and help you in your mind, maybe even help you in your addictions. I feel like a lot of you, Aquariuses, are leaving certain addictions behind, certain toxic ones that are not serving you anymore. And so Venus here is protecting you, is giving you that divine intervention to do so that you can have long-lasting effects with the connection to Saturn. These decisions can last for a very long time for you. Then, as Venus continues to move forward in the sky, it's going to make other connections to Lilith, to Uranus and Neptune. But until then, I'm going to talk about these transits more. But for now, dear Aquariuses, I wish you the best of luck. This is what I have for you for this transit. Let me know in the comments how things are going for you. And if you liked and resonated with this video, remember to give it a like and to subscribe. Hello, dear Pisces, Suns, Moons, and Risings. Welcome to your Venus Ingress Capricorn Astrology Predictions. Venus is entering the sign of Capricorn on November 11, and it's going to remain in this sign until December 7th. So it's going to stay in your 11th house for a while, Pisces. This transit can bring some pleasant interactions with your friends, with group of friends, with networks, and also with acquaintances, people that know you. This transit can bring, some pleasant experiences, some healing also, or joyful communication with other people. The 11th house is the house of masses, so whoever you interact with during this time can be quite positive, can be very, also long-lasting, can bring some benefits your way, and also some good karma. This transit can also indicate receiving financial rewards around this time, because Venus is the planet of finances, of money, and the 11th house is the house of financial rewards. So definitely for some of you, you may receive some rewards, especially from investments and from dealing with other people's resources or finances, or from your clients. If you have clients, their money are going towards you with this transit. For others of you, Pisces, this transit can indicate opportunities to reassess your long-term dreams and goals for the future, and doing so in a way that you're taking personal happiness into consideration. You're not like, this is what I have to do, and to have a certain, financial wealth in a certain time, but you're like, this is what I want to do because it brings me joy, but also is financially rewarding. So you can have a lot of reassessment here, a lot of focus on these things, and definitely pleasant changes. I feel like they are more on the positive side. For others of you, Pisces, this transit can really indicate like pure luck in your life. This is a lucky house. So this luck can come from your hard work, can come from, whatever you have been doing, in your life at this point, you're maybe receiving some financial rewards or at least some joy and happiness for yourself, because Venus is opposite the 5th, which is the house of joy, about life. For others of you, Pisces, this transit can bring a lot of acceptance or well receiving when it comes to your postings in social media. Other people may really like what you post out there. They may give you a lot of compliments, and they may, give you a lot of likes. You may receive a lot of acceptance from others during this time. For others of you, Pisces, maybe there's a lot of communication happening with your friends. Again, they can be very healing in nature. You may clarify a certain situation with them that allows you to re-amend this relationship with them. For others of you, this transit can indicate maybe going into some short distance travel that you have been wanting to do for a very long time. You may have some wish fulfillment associated with that, with Venus being the 3rd house ruler. So, maybe you've been wanting to go to Miami for a long time, and now you're able to do so. That's like a very simple example, because it depends where you are in the world, to consider that a short distance travel. But definitely opportunities to go somewhere where you've been wanting to go for a while. For others of you, Pisces, this transit can indicate maybe receiving some good luck after facing certain fears and self-sabotaging patterns, with Venus also being the ruler of your 8th house. You may now get the rewards of your hard work associated with you dealing with your psychological mind, taking care of your brain, and kind of working with your fears and self-sabotaging patterns. And I will talk about this more here in a minute, but Venus can bring you rewards, can bring you blessings in like all areas of your life, really, when it is in the 11th house, because this is the house of wishes, and Venus here can indicate wish fulfillment. This can indicate wish fulfillment, but in a grounding way, because Venus is in Capricorn after all. It is quite grounding. It is very down to earth. Now, as Venus moves forward in the sky, there's going to be a square to the North Node on November 14, which can indicate fated events, fated conversations that you're doing with other people, maybe fated situations with investments. Maybe there is you've invested in a certain company, something fated happens over there, and you receive the financial rewards out of that company. There could be a circumstance outside of you that realigns you with your mission and your destiny, but can be a bit intense, could be stressful, because this is a square. However, there's a need for action. You might take some certain action that can bring you a certain reward with this transit. As Venus continues to move into the sky, it's going to make a sextile to Saturn exactly on November 21st. This is very important because Pluto is leaving your 11th house. Pluto is giving you those final lessons associated with your friendships, associated with your relationships to them, the connection that you're doing with other people. Pluto here is giving final conclusions, is wrapping up maybe toxic stories that did not serve you, is removing people, especially friends, acquaintances that don't serve you anymore. And as it does so, you have the protection of Venus in this area of your life. You are receiving divine protection, divine intervention when it comes to those relationships that are good for you, when it comes to your financial wealth, when it comes to your financial goals, and simply when it comes to your dreams and goals for the future. So as Pluto leaves this area of your life with those final lessons, you are receiving some kind of divine protection in this area of your life. And you're also willing to let go of things that don't serve you anymore. You are willing to remove certain things that won't be good for you in the long term, because Venus is making a sextile to the planet of time. So the effects of these decisions, the effects of this Pluto moving away from this area of your life are going to be long lasting. But the connection with Venus here shows peace, shows being in good terms with something, letting go of something else that is not good, but being at peace with wherever you are in your life related to your 11th house matters. This is what I have for you, Pisces, for this video. Venus is going to continue its journey in the sky. It's going to make a square to Lilith, a trine to Uranus, and then a sextile to Neptune. But until then, we're going to talk about these topics again. But for now, let me know in the comments how things are going in your life. And if you liked and resonated with this video, please remember to give it a like and to subscribe.